guys, I've recently begun working with a golf athlete. So I want to take this week to go through a few different series of how to improve your golf game while getting rid of pain. Now, the gentleman I'm treating, he's dealing with some back issues, but he's also had a really hard time getting through the ball. And so he finds out he's leaving his club out behind him and he's slicing it a lot. And just by doing the exercises that we are doing to resolve his back pain, he's noticed two things. That one, his slice is just about gone. And also, he's crushing the ball further than he has in his recent history. Now, you might attribute this to the fact that his back doesn't hurt so much, so yeah, he's able to swing a little bit harder and therefore gets more power on the ball. But, as we're going to explain to you in the next couple of minutes, by improving your range of motion, you're going to be able to improve your power on the golf swing. So, in order to generate potential energy on any kind of swinging motion, we need to separate our pelvis from our trunk. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to test out how well we can do that, and then we're going to make it better. Okay, first up is a seated chair twist. Now this is a test to see how far you can rotate your trunk one way without your hips going with it. So we're going to see what I can do. Now I'm going to be nice and relaxed. I'm going to sit up kind of tall, but I'm not going to be too hyperextended. I'm just going to be on top of my sit bones. From there I'm going to cross my arms. I'm going to keep my knees still, not let them shift. And I'm going to rotate to the side as far as I can. Then I'm going to go to the other side. In addition to see how far I can go, I'm also going to be kind of feeling what am I using to rotate my body. And where I feel it right now is up and down my lats. And as you'll see in just a minute, that's not necessarily... Now, the reason why I would say it's not ideal to use your lats to rotate is because your lats are primarily back extensor muscles. And when you extend your back, you limit your ability to rotate. When you are more flexed, it is easier to rotate further. So, the first exercise we're going to do is going to be an exercise to shut down some of that lat tightness, some of that extensor tone, and allow myself to twist from more in the middle. So, we're basically just going to be flexing and breathing. We're going to push through our hands to push our back up towards the sky. We're going to lengthen our lats by bringing our tailbone underneath us, and then we're going to breathe up into that upper back. After 4 to 5 breaths, it should be pretty hard to hold the position. Now, in addition to loosening up the lats and the extensor tone, that's also going to provide us with some decompression of the low back, resolving any potential symptoms we might be feeling down. All right, next we want to see if we can actually rotate our hips all the way in both directions. If there's some sort of block there, either way, we need to know that. So, we're going to check our seated hip rotation. Once again, right on top of our sit bones, we're going to rotate our leg out, then check the other side, then we're going to check the other way, and the other way. And as you can see, my biggest asymmetry is the ability to do this versus that. So when I'm going back into my golf swing, I'm getting really far back there. But when it comes time to follow through, I might be hitting a block. And if I'm hitting a block, I'm going to be leaving the club behind me. And if I'm not leaving the club behind me, then I'm going to be doing something extra to get it there, or extending more, using more low back. So what we're going to do for that is a hip activation drill for the left hip to try and get us to internally rotate a little bit better. So, one round of an exercise probably isn't going to do a whole lot. It's just going to activate the muscles. But if we recheck to see how much the range of motion's changed, we can see that I've definitely got some more in that left hip. So we can use that range of motion to get stronger when we're up on our feet, so we can actually improve the golf swing. So that's where we go next. So in order to make sure that we can rotate as freely as possible and generate as much power as possible, we're going to get back up on our feet and we're going to use the range of motion that we just allowed ourselves to develop via our last 2 exercises. So we're going to do a lunge series. The first one's going to be building potential energy. We're going to find our low abs, we're going to rotate away from the right side or the back leg of the golf swing, and then we're going to rotate our trunk back to the wind-up side. So, and where I feel that is my left abs and my right glute, and that's where you should too. We're going to hold this position for like 4 to 5 breaths, and then we're going to go into the follow-through. So we're going to switch our feet, we're going to tuck our low abs again, we're going to rotate over that hip, find the inner thigh and outside glute that we felt on the last exercise, on the hip activation drill, find those abs again, and now we're going to rotate left. once again, we're going to hold for like 4 to 5 breaths. We do these exercises a few times, and we're going to get stronger, and that's going to translate more into the true golf swing.